G'day guys, welcome back to the Supercoach YouTube channel. Just doing a little bit of a mid-round review. And to be honest, it's not pretty. Oh boy. So, as you can see, well, these are the trades. You can see Xerri in there. We'll talk about him in a second. But looking pretty disastrous at this stage. I'm about to go through the games that we've had. So I'll talk about these two donkeys a little bit more. So what I like, this round's been so weird for me. Like after the first game, I've been like, oh, I'm in trouble. And then I got, Clark Whitfield 130s. Like Pooh bounced back with a 70. And it was starting to look all right. And then we had this donkey. So yeah, let's get into the game. So firstly, my alternative to Xerri was Holmes. So I've lost 50 points already here, and I'm probably going to lose another trade. We'll talk about Xerri in a sec. The other thing here that I am a little bit annoyed about is I had my eyes on Brian Myers next week for Petrarca, and he was on like 60 at three-quarter time, but he had like 6 or 7 tackles in the fourth quarter. I don't think this will tell me. Can I just get Q4 stats? No, I can't. But he had like 8 tackles. He had a lot of tackles in the last quarter, basically. And yeah, got his scoring up, so that was frustrating. Baz as well is another one I was targeting because he was going to be a fallen premium. Not so much anymore with the 172 in the system. And then Tom Stewart, as we know from last year, one of my favorites. But yeah, don't own this year. And he's going very well. And he was tremendous in this game, so... and then on the Crows side, like, if you had Rochelle, you'd be pretty happy. Like, he was really good, I thought. No Dawson, so I don't know if the role holds next week. What are the CBAs? 64? Probably high. But yeah, we will see. And then Bond 84 is a rookie price. Bond 167k. What's he gone? He went 50 against Collingwood, then 84 against Geelong. So he's like a downgrade option now with the 84 in his cycle for a couple weeks. And then Braden Cook, who I should have gone over Watkins, went 80. And he was also really good. So that's, frustrating. Really got that one wrong. The conditions were bad. The ground was bad. And he was just better than that. So well played to Braden. He's proved me wrong. I've got a lot wrong so far this year. So... it's not looking good. Then McAndrew, obviously a shocking ratio. Not many clangers, not bad disposal efficiency. I presume he's had like 10 to 12 hitouts sharked, which is a lot. And that's, I think, how many points is that? Key info, here we go. Hitouts sharked. Gather from hitout. It doesn't have hitouts sharked here. It is, you do lose points for it though. Yeah, it's not here. That's all right. So yeah, I think that's what happened to McAndrew. This was the first game where I thought he was kind of bad, so I don't think that they pulled the trigger on dropping him or anything like that. But just I am getting a little bit scared about that. Then I guess I forgot to talk about Tanner. Tanner got his face smashed in the first quarter or the second quarter. Can't quite remember. But I think he was a little bit affected by it. And just sort of wasn't really keen on getting into too many contests after that. So that's why the score is poor. Conditions weren't really good for his type of role either. So I presume he's going to bounce back. Break even will still be low, so don't want to trade. Then the other ones here are like Jones, who is potentially a rookie option. But he was quite poor. He's got 7 kicks and 4 of them from kick-ins. So... yeah, I think this is a no-go for next week. And then Isaac Rankin scored 34. So he's going to be a really cheap downgrade option in our forward line as well in the next few weeks. All right. I should talk about Worrell and Miller. So Worrell was really good. 5 clangers and like low disposal efficiency. I'm not so much worried. Like obviously 97 is a good score in a matchup that's generally not that great. Yeah, I should have gone here instead of Houston, I think. I have more confidence in Worrell being good. Like, I think Worrell is genuinely 105, where I'm not as convinced that Houston is. So, yeah, if you went Worrell, well done. He's going to be a very good pick. And then Millera. Bad conditions for Millera, but he just... Yeah, I don't know. The Crows didn't do as much like chip mark stuff as they have previously. As you can see, a lot of the marks are down, with the exception of Phil Thorpe, who was forward of the ball. So, yeah, it's not really surprising. It was an unsustainable amount of marks. But anyway, let's move on into the next game. So the Giants versus the Pies. Thought this game was pretty poor in terms of a watch, but for Supercoach, it wasn't too bad. So Nick Dacos, 150, no tag. He was really good, 2 goals, 2. Yeah, really good player. And then Josh Dacos was super good as well, had the 33, 8 marks. I think people are a little bit concerned about him with Houston. And I just thought that they're... Well, let's talk about Houston now. So, obviously this isn't great. Baked into this, there was 5 really bad clangers with a low contested rate, which he's obviously not a contested type. This goal was worth about 2 points because it was right on the siren. And there's a 50-metre penalty baked into this. So... This is, you can call this cope, but this is realistically probably at least a 70. We're not talking cheap stations here. Obviously, we want a little bit more than that. But I think this was just genuinely a stinker. So if you look at some of his history from the years he was at Port Adelaide. So 2023, 47 against the Dogs, 61 against the Cats, 63 against Freo. Got 72 against Collingwood, 77 against Sydney, 77 against North, 59 against Saints. Like, he has these bad games within him. And I thought he didn't look very interested on this night. And I also thought that he wasn't tagged, but the Giants were very aware of where he was. And they were preventing him from getting any easy ball. So I think all those factors culminated into a poor Houston score. I'm not worried yet. I have the bit of doubt that I had before trading into Houston is still there. But I'm not overly worried yet. Also, not a good matchup for halfbacks. So, Howe and Moore did not impact at all. As you can see, 2 kick-ins. I think one or both of them went straight to Houston anyway, off the kick-in. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. It's more just his usage, and I think the usage will still be what it was in the first couple of weeks. So... moving on to the Giants. So Whitfield was really, really good, which was good to see. A little bit of a bounce back as a non-owner. And Ash just didn't get as much of the ball this week. I think Whitfield and Ash are going to be a little bit like that. I still think Whitfield out-averages Ash, excluding injury games from here on in. However, we know what Whitfield's like. So we'll see. I would love to have both Whitfield and Ash, though, for sure. And then Finn Callahan was awesome. I think this is a midfield upgrade target off his bye next week. So I think like Ash, Nazaya, and Callahan. What's Ash's break even actually? Maybe Ash is too expensive. 582. Yeah, he's going to be too expensive. Maybe? He's going to go up 10k less than that at least. 590. Probably too expensive. We'll talk about Nazaya soon. But yeah, he's probably an option off the bye, as is Callahan. I think Callahan's top 6 or 8 comfortably, although this is a good matchup, but just getting heaps and heaps of handball receives. No score assists this game. He's not always going to have that, but like, I don't know. He's a really good watch as well, so would just be a fun own, I think. Harvey Thomas, if you had him for whatever reason, really good pick. He looks to be a ripper player, great ball user. Really good running up and down the wing. And then Oliver, if you traded him after round 1, you're probably a little bit upset. I still think he doesn't look very good in terms of the power. Obviously, he's playing well, but the Oliver that was going like 115 plus was much more powerful than this Clayton Oliver. So if you traded him, I wouldn't be too concerned. If you held him, you'd be wrapped at this. So that's just my thoughts with Oliver. I forgot to talk about Oscar Steen. Sorry, this is a little bit erratic. So Steen came in and just dethroned Cameron as the number 1 ruck at Collingwood for whatever reason. Like, it happened before the game that he was dethroned. So Steen was starting in the centre bounces and taking the majority of the ruck contests. I can actually... Yeah, so 58-42. He's got ruck forward DPP. He's a good jumper. I think he's interesting. We'll see how he goes next week. Would not advise going on this rookie early by any stretch of the imagination. If you've got Fonte, probably wanted a bit more from that from him in a good matchup, but had some shocking clangers, so a little bit unfortunate. Gothard, if you have him, he was quite good. 57, you absolutely take. He's getting a lot of disposals for a half forward, so yeah, it's interesting. I think Daniels and Bedford are back after the bye. Don't know how they affect him, but yeah, I thought Gothard was quite good. Cogs, time to go if you've got him. And then Hannaford and Delana. I think Delana would be off the bubble now, but yeah, you probably wouldn't want to have had him. And then Hannaford, I think, is going to get dropped for Daniels or Bedford next week. Just making sure I didn't miss anyone. Yep. All right. And then Saints Brisbane, another dreadful game. I haven't opened this game yet. So another dreadful game here. Sinclair just has the easiest role in football at the moment and the safest Supercoach role. So he's just going really nicely. Nazaya, I thought... I don't want to complain too much about scoring, but I've owned Jordan Dawson with these stats, and Jordan Dawson scores like 70 with these stats. So I'm not sure what I'm missing here, but I don't know. I thought Nazaya was relatively poor. I think the Saints have a problem where they're so predictable with their ball movement. And Nazaya's the only one who looks like being a threat because they're all hell-bent on getting the ball to him. That it's really stifling their ball movement. So I don't know if something like that changes. I don't think it would get worse for Nazaya because teams seem to be onto it. But yeah, it's a little bit strange, I reckon. What's the break even? And who do they have next week? Port? I don't know if Port have someone who can run around with him. That's my question. Because obviously Adelaide, West Coast, Carlton, Gold Coast, Richmond aren't going to go anywhere near him. And that's going to be a lovely stretch of ownership. Maybe you just go 1 week early and cop it. But yeah, he's going to be a nice upgrade target. Flanders, if you held the faith, that was a good return. Not as many disposals, but far greater impact. So the scoring was up. Who else is relevant here? Filippo got to 70. High contested, disposal efficiency wasn't too bad. Thought he played reasonably well. He still looks pretty underdone. And the TOG is reflective of that. But I think he'll be okay. If you had Windhager, just didn't get a lot of the ball this week. Who was tagging Neil? It was Garcia. So is that a tag? Sorry, I'm trying to learn these little symbols, whatever they mean. Oh, it's probably for 10 tackles. Sorry, distracted. But yeah, Philippou was really good. Windhager just didn't get much of the ball. And then Carroll was dreadful. I actually can't believe he has 82 TOG, to be honest. He was really bad. I think after this week, he will have made all of his cash, and you can look to downgrade him if you would like. You can hold him if you prefer the look of the rookies next week as well. Plenty of options there, but I think it's time for him to go. And then on the Brisbane side, Coleman, if you had him, was really good. His role was really weird in this game. So he started forward, and then Answorth got concussed, and he went back, and then he kicked a goal as well. So, yeah, he was really good, I thought, after half-time. Dunkley is one who's going to be quite cheap. The question is, do you go there or not? I am not sure. I have been a little bit skeptical of Dunkley since he's moved to Brisbane. However, he does keeps ticking along, so he's probably going to be a good buy at some point. Zorko, low disposal efficiency, few clangers. I thought, Zorko's kind of a weird own where there are games where he's really clearly trying and he scores really well in those games. He's hitting all these nice kicks. He's demanding the footy. And this just wasn't one of those games for Zorko, I thought. I thought he was cruising around a little bit. obviously they won by 33 points. It wasn't a close game but at the end, but throughout the rest of the day, it was sort of close. So I don't know. I found that a little bit strange. And then moving down is Gallup. So I don't know why. So Zach Kostelski was dropped for Gallup to play in defence, which makes no sense to me. So I don't know what Fagan is doing with that. But I think so. Gardner did his shoulder, so I presume that Zach Kostelski will be back for next week at the very least. But Gallup looked completely lost behind the ball as well, so he may hold with Gallup either going forward or going into the twos. This is Zach Kostelski I'm talking about when Andrews is back, which would be awesome for my bench because that's where he is. And the Dockers and the Tigs. So Sarong 135. He would have been really nervous about this at quarter time. He was really bad early, but then got going. Kicked a couple of nice goals. Had some good score assists right at the end of the second quarter when the game was sort of on the line. If you went Shea Bolton, another really good game. We'll see if the role keeps up when Hayden Young comes back. I don't think he's going to lose all of those. So that's interesting. There's plenty of CBAs you could chip away at without it being Shea Bolton's. So that's very interesting to see. Jordan Clark was excellent. He's just a really good footballer, to be honest. No, I've been complaining about Clark a lot, but this was a really nice game for him. 27 touches, still not getting a heap of marks, but had a high contested rate, good user, kicking it to Tracy, which is good because Tracy marks everything and he hits the scoreboard. So that was really good. And then probably the big win for my team out of this game was not getting absolutely crucified by Luke Jackson, who I think he gave away a 50. He's kicked 1 goal, 4. A lot of clangers. He's pissed away a good score, to be frank here. So if you owned him, unlucky. But far less bad than Tristan Xerri, who we'll get to shortly. Brayshaw, just don't think that Brayshaw is an option under the Fremantle current game plan. And then Xerri, probably wouldn't go here. Just a small forward, and you'd like to see them fill up in this sort of matchup. And then on the Tigers side, I don't know, obviously 2 goals for Taranto, 10 tackles. I have a feeling that he could be an option at some point in our midfield. I don't know what he's been doing so far. Let's have a look. So I'm sure flicking between dark mode and light mode isn't pleasant for some of you, so I do apologise. 107, 103. So he's been all right. I get these are good matchups though. So I don't know. Probably wouldn't go there, but he's been playing really well. Very handy when he goes forward too. Ross, I've seen some suggestions of Jack Ross being picked in the forward line. I wouldn't be going here, but I can understand if you were interested. Then Lawler was he started the game with a house on fire. In the first 5 minutes, he had 5 touches at high disposal efficiency and 4 tackles. But I think still struggling to run the games out in full. But he'll get there. He's a ripper of a player. I look forward to watching his career. And then Grill was really good. Got more involved this week. Took some kick-ins. Took a lot of kick-ins, actually. Oh, no, only 2. I thought he took more than that. But yeah, he was pretty good. And then Short with the low disposal efficiency, high clanger game. Classic Short. Hope no one went there. The last one I want to talk about is Lafau, who... I don't know. The Richmond ruck situation was very dire. And Lafau was a part of that. Obviously didn't hit the scoreboard. I don't know what the run is like for Richmond. Port Gita, the run's not really good until he goes North, Melbourne, West Coast. It's probably a fade then. So yeah, he sort of struggled to get involved today. Good player, tackles, good footy player, but just struggles for Supercoach purposes. And then finally, my least favourite game of the round so far, North and the Bombers. So let's start with this big donkey, Tristan Xerri. So first quarter going all right. Really low stoppages, so I was a little bit concerned. Second quarter, virtually no stoppages that weren't CBAs. And he gives away a double 50-metre penalty and then wipes his blood on Andrew McGrath. So I don't know how many weeks he'll get for that. I presume it's at least one. Not that anyone really is asking for my opinion on what should be suspensions or not, but I would be comfortable with that being, very comfortable with that being a suspension. So I'm a little bit concerned. I spent the whole preseason worried about ruck contests, and it really eventuated here. I've seen some suggestions that it's a Marvel problem. That's their home ground. I don't want it to be a Marvel problem. That's very concerning. So I'm not sure. The real reason for getting on Xerri now was partly this matchup, but also like these three matchups. Only one of them at Marvel, I guess, but I don't know. I'm kind of hoping he gets like a large suspension. I can just have an excuse to bail on him. Like, so frustrated. I just... My big problem with this is I knew that trading Xerri in was bad process. Like, trading someone in 700k after a 200 is just objectively bad process, even though the run is good, because it is very, very unlikely that the player puts up another 200. And I could see, I remember saying in my analysis, it was a perfect game for him. He took contested marks. Matt Flynn can't jump, so he was able to compete at centre bounces. There was heaps of stoppages. Like, this, I'm just so frustrated with myself for doing this, for trading this in. And obviously getting punished with like a 70 in a soft matchup plus potentially 1 to however many weeks suspension. The suggestion from the commentators was like 2 to 3. I don't know. I got no idea, but this is a disaster. And I'm half hoping, as I said, that it's more than 2, so I have an excuse to just flick him on. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Xerri anymore. Essendon side, Essendon were dreadful again, and also conceding huge scores to outside players. So not really much of a willingness or an ability to defend from Essendon. I think there's a few with Caldwell. This guy's skills are so bad. Like, he nearly missed his foot shooting at goal and then didn't make the distance from 15 metres. Like, just unbelievable things. Merritt got tagged by Finn O'Sullivan, and to be honest, Finn O'Sullivan gave Merritt an absolute bath. 142. Like, Finn O'Sullivan was unbelievable in this game. But yeah, Merritt was really poor. Parrish 67. He's gone when Supercoach opens. The second it opens, Parrish is gone. Blackiston, if you still had him, it would have been funny if you had him and didn't have Xerri, because he was kind of beating Xerri, but yeah, I don't know. I'd still be getting rid of him. Farah on debut, I thought was okay. But just like a lot of uncontested, a lot of sideways, and backwards, and just like not really impacting Essendon dramatically with these touches, but got a few kick-ins. I got one kick-in. He played fine. But yeah, I'm not sure if he holds, is probably my concern. With Farrow, all right, let's move on to North. So Luke Parker, I don't know. This guy's role is really weird. Sometimes it's like mostly halfback with some forward time. I have no assessment of this. If this was a forward, I'd be so on. Like, the bar's so low in the forward line that I just think there'd be no risk. As a defender, he's going to get defender status. I'm just not sure. I'm also not sure with the roles, because Caleb Daniel played forward for most of this game, but then got swung back at the end. That's what my eyes told me. Which way are they kicking? Oh, wait, he took kick-ins. No, he's playing defense. Oh, no, he did nothing in the first quarter. So he did start forward. Okay, sorry. I could have sworn he started forward. So Parker, McKercher got moved back. Blamires is playing wing. Daniel's playing back. McDonald's back. And then they've got the talls. So Combin, Pink, and Core. So that's like 8 defenders. So I guess they're going to have some rotations forward. But I don't know if this is real. Like, it's a lot of marks. I just can't make an assessment. I can't read this. It's just so unusual. It's like, it's kind of similar to that season where Jack Zeeble was pretty much 120, and I just have no read on it. So maybe it is a really good pick. I don't know, but I just can't make sense of it. Sheezer was really good. I'm not surprised he towed this matchup up. I would have put the VC on him had I not thought that Xerri was going to go absolutely nuclear on Blackiston. Unfortunately, he did not, and I got punished. Finn O'Sullivan, I know some people have him. I don't know what his scoring's been like. I can't recall. Sullivan. I think it's been pretty poor before this game. 85-42. Okay. It's not that bad at all then. So, yeah, great score. He was terrific in the middle as well. Like, genuinely awesome. LDU, 124. Yeah, he was fine. I think if you owned, you'd cop that, even though you'd probably like a bigger score. McKercher, if you held, well done. You stayed the faith, and he's rewarded you. Some CBAs, tiny bit of wing time. So I'm jumping all over the place. Like 32% CBAs. Again, I just have no, like Parker 12%. I have no read on these roles. It's very unusual. I can't make sense of it. So I don't know if like Parker and McKercher hold these defense roles for the whole year. But if they do, obviously this is a good matchup. But like Parker at the very least is probably going to be really good. I think Parker was quiet last week. What did he score last week? Yeah, 67. But like 130, 67, 160. Like that's net positive for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I can't get my head around these picks. These North Melbourne defenders. It's too weird to me. Lamars is really good. Kicked his first goal. Love to see it. High disposal efficiency. Hope you had him on field. Xerri spoke about. I don't think many would have Dersma, but he did kick 3 goals and he looked all right. Dovison was quiet again. Just like he's getting up the ground, but it's not like he's not getting around the contests so much. He's more like running up and down the ground. A lot of weak side stuff. So, sorry, that's a basketball term. Like other side of the ground to where the ball is on. The fat side of the ground. Like that's just why he's not getting involved. And then Coleman Jones was poor. So yeah, that's where we're at. As I said, these trades are looking absolutely diabolical. And I feel like I deserve to get punished for this Xerri trade, which is what it is. But I was getting cold feet on this, to be honest, and I wanted to switch him out. But I had no target, and I'd locked my flex out like an idiot. So I just had to hold and hope. And it's smashed me. It's hit me for 6. So it is what it is. I've looped Grill on over Watkins, so I'll probably lose that 50-50 as well. But yeah, is what it is. I think overall this week is not like that bad for me. But we'll see. We'll see. I need a big game from Zach Butters, that's for sure. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you on Monday night for the full round review. We'll just cover the 2 games on Sunday. We'll talk some trades, captain's options, rookies, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.